I guess A.
I got A.
A.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I think so. Exactly. So question number 2. The term inflation is used to describe a situation in which the overall level of prices in the economy is increases. I think that's question A also is correct.
Yep. Yeah, I
That's
agree.
what I got.
Yeah, sure. So question number 3. In the basket of goods that is used to compute the consumer price index, which of the following categories of consumer spending is the smallest? It's quite easy to find it because we had the diagram on our textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and the answer is apparel because we spend, not we, but consumers spend it not more than 3%.
Yep.
That's what I got too.
Yep, me too.
Okay, number 4.
Okay, the next question is changes in quality of good. My answer is B. Present a problem in the construction of the consumer's price index, and that problem is sometimes referred to as a substitution bias.
I put D on that one.
I got D as well.
D. In the book, if you keep scrolling down on that problem page, the 3rd problem is the quality of a good.
Yeah, 11-1B is where I found that answer.
That's D as in dog.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
So what your solution? D. Yeah.
D. Yeah.
D. The last one. Okay, maybe you're right. So the next question. Number 5. If the cost of food and beverages increases by 10% and the other things the same, the CPI is likely to increase by 10%. That's my opinion.
That's
So
yeah. I got
question number C. Answer number C.
Yeah.
10%. All right. Question 6. For an imaginary economy, the value of consumers' price index was 140 in 2013, and the inflation rate was 5.0% between 2013 and 2014. The consumers' price index in 2014 was, so I calculated it and get the figure 147.
Yep.
That's what I got.
Have you got the same answer?
Yep.
147?
147.
All of you?
Yep.
That's good.
Perfect.
Okay, question number 7. Which of the following is the correct formula for calculating the consumer's price index? No, we can see it from our textbook, and we'll find that the right answer is B. It's the price of basket of goods and services in current year over price of basket in base year times 100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Number B. Question 8. The table below shows the prices of baseballs and baseball bats for 3 years. Assume that typical consumer's basket consists of 6 baseballs and 2 baseball bats. So if we calculate the inflation rate, well, I have got the figures which is on the answer number A.
Yep. I got A as well.
I got A.
Yeah?
Does anybody have any questions on that one? That one took me a long time to figure out how to solve.
Well, I didn't struggle with how to solve it, but how did you know if you needed to use the base year or something like that? Because I said A, but it could be C if you base it off of 2008 for both. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
I didn't understand. I don't know. Both of my classes, I'm struggling with getting enough information to know how to solve the problem. That's just my issue, though.
So you agree that
I agree. It's A.
A. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Next question, number 9. If the price index was 90 in year first, 100 in the year 2, second, and 95 in the year 3, third, then the economy experienced it from first to the second year 10% inflation, and between the second and third year 5% deflation.
I got D.
I got D on that one too. I think you have to plug it into a formula.
Yeah, so
You
number
can check
9,
it,
you're supposed to do 100 minus 90 over 100 and then multiply it by 10 for, oh wait, sorry. 100 by 90 divided
Over
by
90.
90. Yeah, over 90 times it by 10 and you get 111, or sorry, 11.1 for the inflation.
Yeah, you have to put it into the inflation rate formula.
Is it times 10 or times 100?
Times 100.
100. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I'm off
so what is
sleep right
what is
now.
the answer?
So the answer
D.
we got was D. The
D.
last one.
B or D?
D. As in dog.
I think that D, but that B, actually. Yes.
What formula did you use?
Actually, it's not any formula. We just need to subtract from 190. We get 10% inflation.
No,
And
that's
afterwards,
just a change in the
we
formula.
just subtract 90 from 95 100 and get minus 5%. So 5% deflation. What do you think?
The formula that you want to plug it into is the CPI in year 2 minus the CPI in the year you're searching for divided by that year times 100. It's the inflation rate formula.
Maybe. So
That's how you find the change in inflation.
I need to check it. So the next question, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
Which is the following statements best represent economists' beliefs about the bias in the CPI as a measure of cost of living? I think that's the last answer. There is a still debate among economists on the severity of the CPI bias and what to do about it. What do you think? Oh, it's according to the
I got
textbook.
D as well. Yeah.
D.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Question number 11. Inequality of good deteriorates while its price remains the same, then the value of a dollar falls and the cost of living increases.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, because the cost of living increases because utility decrease.
Yep.
What do you think? And because of that, the cost of living increases.
So you guys got C?
Yeah.
C. Question 12. Which of the following is the most accurate statement? Now, if we look at the chart, the GDP deflator and the CPI both are. So we can look and appraise it and find that in the 1970s, both GDP deflator and the consumer price index shows higher rates of inflation, and the late 1980s, 1990s, and 2000, both measures showed low rates of inflation. So the question answer on this question is number B.
I got that too.
Yeah. Me too.
B. Question 13. The primary purpose of measuring of the overall level of prices in the economy is to, my opinion, solve to the comparison of dollar figures from the different points in time.
Yeah.
Not only there are consumers to know what kinds of prices to expect in the future, but rather allow for comparison of dollars figures from different point of time. So my opinion is correct answer number C.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That's what I got.
Yeah. Question 14. Question 14, we should here to calculate. So, first of all, Megan's salary for 3 consecutive years, along with other values, are presented in the table below. So the question is, suppose the consumer prices for 2013 is not necessarily 235. If the nominal interest rate for 213 is 7.3%, then the consumer price index from 2013 is in fact. So first of all, we need to calculate what we need to calculate. We need to calculate the inflation rate.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Yes.
The inflation rate, and when we calculate the inflation rate, so when we subtract from nominal inflation rate, the real inflation rate, we get from, I'm sorry, from,
I said you have to subtract, end up subtracting 7.3 from 1.8.
Yeah, sure. We get the inflation rate 5.5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yep. And afterwards, when we determine the inflation rate, we can calculate this CPI for 2013. Yep. How? Actually, from formula. When you know the inflation rate for 2013, and when we know CPI for 2012, we can calculate by the formula the CPI for 2013. And my answer is 242.7.
I got that as well.
I'm still not understanding how to do that problem. Sadie, do you have your sheet available? Can I look at your sheet so I can see just how you plugged in those numbers?
I have the first, let's see here. I have the first step of it, and then you just times the inflation rate by your CPI for that year, and it gives you like, I don't remember. Hold on.
Okay.
You do, the inflation rate ends up being 5.5%, and so you do your 235 times 0.055. And it's 12.9, and then you just add that 12.9 to the 235. You get 247.9.
I don't know why, but last night it just was not clicking. I spent forever trying to figure these problems out. Yeah. Thank you. I wrote down the formula and figure it out on my own with what you guys got after we finish.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, 15.
We didn't get the exact figures. 2042.7, no?
242.7 is what you guys got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. But what about the question 15? Exactly, I don't know, because it's actually is not very correct answers on it. So I have no idea what the answer is.
Yeah, I struggled with 15 too. I didn't even know what it was asking, honestly.
I didn't get 15 either. I didn't get 14, 15, or 16. Those are the only three that I really struggled with. Oh, and 18.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Oh, good. So no one has a clue.
To calculate inflation rate, it was not exactly the 8%. When we try to calculate the consumer price index, I don't get the 11.8% higher. I don't know, actually, at the moment, so I need to check it.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to skip that one and then keep going, and then we can come back to it? Maybe we can figure it out together.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
okay.
Question 16. If the CPI was 95 in 1955 and is 475 today, then the $100 today purchases the same amount of goods and services as well. No, it's a simple formula from textbook. You have to calculate the salary from
I got B on this one.
Yeah, I got B.
B as in boy.
Yeah, B as a boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I put all the figures in this formula, I get the answer $20.
Yeah.
$20. Yeah. It's quite the same as we calculate the amount of real salary comparing the previous years for today.
Does that one make sense, Julie?
Yeah, you know,
My answer is B.
yeah, I was trying to do the homework assignments with it just so I could understand it as I went along, because that kind of helps you understand it more. And so I figured it out over there, but I forgot that there was a problem like that on here. So yeah, that one I'm pretty sure I can get that one now.
Okay. All right. Hi,
17?
Siri. Welcome back.
Okay. Question 17?
Yeah, we're on 17.
Yeah. You know that a candy bar cost 5 cents in 1962. You also know that CPI for 1962 and the CPI for today. Which of the following would you use to compute the price of the candy bar in today's prices? No, it's the same as we calculate the value of the salary. So our answer is 5 cents, which you need time on today's CPI over CPI in 1962. In 1962, the right answer is C.
Yeah, I got C.
Yeah.
Me too.
See? Okay. It's okay. Question 18. Question 18. Wealth expenditures on food for fiscal consecutive years, along with other values, are presented in the table below. So we need to calculate to the nearest dollar Wealth's 2010 food expenditures in 2009 dollars amount. I have got the A answer, 5,236.
I got
What about
C.
C
Yeah.
or A? According to the formula.
So for the formula, did you plug in 5,800 as the on the left of the equal sign, I guess? And then you had to solve for today's price. That makes sense. This is how I set up my problem, but I don't know if I did it right. As that turning X into today's money. So I put the amount in today's money was 5,800, and then the amount in year X is what we were trying to solve for. And then I used the CPI price levels.
Yeah, Sadie, I think that's right.
I have no idea. I think so. I think I did it right. I tried to do it. I did it wrong when I first did it, but I think
So
I did it.
what is your answer? What is your answer?
I got C.
C?
Yeah.
So I will check it then.
Ruslan, do you know how you got A?
Yeah, I've got A. Answer, I don't.
How did you get A? What equation did you use?
Mhm. I don't. Just a second. I don't remember because I did it yesterday evening.
Oh, that's okay. If you don't have it written down, it doesn't bother me. I was curious.
I need to do it a little bit later. So the question number 19. If the nominal interest rate is 4% and the real interest rate is minus 2.5%, and the inflation rate is easy to calculate according to the formula. Real interest rate is equal to nominal interest rate minus inflation rate. So what we need? So what we have? We have a interest rate and we have a real interest rate. Well, when we need to get nominal interest rate, we need to real interest rate plus inflation rate. Так, nominal. We have nominal, so we need to calculate inflation rate. We need subtract from the nominal interest rate the real interest rate. So when we subtract from 4% minus 2.5%, we will actually to add this figure to previous figure, and we get 6.5%. So my answer is D, 6.5.
Hold on, I'm checking to see what I did wrong.
I got D as well. I used my the real, whatever, the inflation rate and the nominal. So the nominal is when the interest rate is reported without the correction from inflation.
Nominal interest rate 4.
The dollar in your bank account is going to rise.
And
that's what the first part of the answer is telling you.
Okay, I put a
dollar-
negative. Okay, I see what I did wrong.
I got D on that one. And the real interest rate is where it's corrected with inflation. That's why it says 6%. So the second part of the question, or the answer, is the real
Right, 'cause
inflation.
Interest rate minus inflation rate, right? That's the problem.
Nominal interest rate minus inflation equals real interest rate.
Yeah. Okay. See, I was thinking that we were adding the inflation rate. That's why I got it wrong. So yeah, I got it now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So ones that we have questions on.
Wait,
So
did we answer D?
honestly, 6.5.
Sorry,
Question.
did
Last question, number 12. Number 20. Suppose that over the past year the real interest rate was 6% and the inflation rate was 4%. It follows that.
I got D.
Well, I think that the dollar value of savings increased in 10%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the purchasing power of saving increase at 6%.
Where are you guys at?
So the right answer,
20.
well, my opinion, the right answer is D.
So for 19 and 20, they're both D,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Okay.
Siri, did you get, what one did we not have? 15?
No, I did not.
We have no idea on that one.
The 15th question is very confusing with the answers.
Don't we need to have a figure for both 2009 and 2011 to be able to calculate it? Oh, it's above. Yeah. Got you.
What are we trying to even calculate?
I don't know.
Well, is it the CPI for each of those years, and then we would know?
Maybe. Yeah, let's try the CPI for 2011, and maybe that will lead us towards an answer.
We'll calculate the CPI for 2011. We'll get at the result, the figure is 281.44. this figure is not the same, but we need to get it.
What are we going off as a base year?
Wouldn't it be 09?
I have no idea. Sure. Let's try it. Here you go. Don't break it, okay?
So do you have any idea about that?
Was the inflation? No, that wouldn't be right. The inflation rate 8%.
We can get this figure, 8%.
What did you get for Terry? What did you get for the consumer price index in 2011?
Well, are we going with the expenditure on food being 6,600 or the expenditure on food being 5,670? Because at 5,670, I got 88.
6,600. I got 132,
What's it?
which is still lower than the other two. So I don't know why it dropped.
Oopsie.
Mhm.
132 for the
Yeah.
66. Yeah, that's what I got too. So then do we need to calculate the percentage increase from 88 to 132? Maybe that's what we need to do. It's 50% according to my percentage calculator, which could be wrong. Since that's not one of the answers.
So in any choices presented, I can see any right choice.
Or do we go from 160 to 132? Did it go down? That doesn't really make sense either.
I know. So there's no way it's A because it didn't rise at all versus 2009. Because we either have 88 or 132, right?
Mm-hmm. Right,
So
yeah, so it can't be A.
11% higher. Oh, we can solve for the inflation rate.
Oh, there you go. The inflation rate and the CPI are different. So how do we do that?
So the inflation rate, you do the CPI in 2011
Okay.
minus the CPI in
09.
2010.
Oh, I thought 09 was our base year.
But I don't think you go off the base year on this one. I think you just do it the next year down to just see where the inflation is from.
Oh, okay, okay. So divide it by 168.
Yeah, so we have 132 minus 168. 168.
Right.
And then divide it by 168 and times it by.
You'll get minus 21.43.
Yep. Okay, that doesn't make sense. So maybe it's not B then.
What exact figure what we need?
Not 8%. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. It's suppose Will's 2009 food expenditures and $2011. So do we need to apply the inflation rate to? Oh, that's so confusing. I don't even get it.
So do you think we need to plug it into the turning year X into today's dollars?
That's
Or do
what
we
I
do
was
the
trying-
inflation? So to find the answer either C or D, I think we have to plug it into that equation. To see if that, I think.
Okay, so are they wanting us to replace that 5,000 that's under 09? We're supposed to replace that with 6,600? Oh no, that amounts to 5,670. So we're supposed to put 5,670 in the place of 5,000?
So if it was 2011 and he spent the same amount as he did in 2009, he'd really be spending 5,670, not 5,000, because of inflation.
Oh, okay.
So that's what that's saying. But it will. So to see if answer C is right, I think we would plug in. It says Will's 2011 food expenditures and 2009 dollars.
Even it's not quite the same, but Will's 2009 food expenditures in 2011 dollars amount 5,670. It's not quite the same, but Will's 2011 food expenditures in 2,009 dollars. According to this determination of this phrase, it's not quite the same. I think it's quite the same, but the figures is not the same. Don't know.
Well, I think I'll just make it a point to ask him about 15 when we have our meeting. Is that tomorrow night?
No, it's only the right solution to ask him.
Thursday night.
Maybe something we can find in our homework and extra homework. Something like that, because I have no idea at the moment. Actually, I supposed to calculate to find the answer yesterday evening. I spent more than 1 hour to think about that.
Yeah, it makes my head hurt. I don't know.
So actually, I don't know, let's put maybe, oh, I don't know, it's up to you what answer to choose.
Yeah. How about if anybody of us figure it out between now and tomorrow, we just email, or it's due tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if anyone figures it out between now and tonight, just email everybody else how you figured it out so we can all learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Because I'll probably be spending another hour just trying to double check and make sure I understand things before I turn it in.
Mhm.
So sister, do you have any questions or not?
No.
No? At the moment, except question number 15, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
I also don't have any more.
Does anybody have
I'm
time
going
to
to try and...
Oh, go ahead.
What were you going to say, Siri?
I was just going to see if any of you have time to stay after and help me with the ones I missed when my appliance guy was here.
I can.
I can.
Oh, thanks.
So anybody that wants to stay on, stay on. Anybody who wants to get off, we're done.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Very
guys.
cool.
So thank you. So thank you for cooperation. And our next meeting the same time on next Tuesday. Yeah?
Yep. See you next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks for
So
this one.
I have to leave now because I have a lot of pocket. So thank you.
Have
All
a
right,
good night.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Okay, so I think you were on 11 when my doorbell rang.
Okay, I'm just going to stop the broadcast.
Oh, okay.